Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another PR rating shared system. So in this video I want to talk to you and analyze the SimpleLay version 2 18th the 2nd of 2022, which is this one here, and you'll find it in the PR rating shared save. So what I want to show you is with a little tweaking we can go from here to here. Now it may not seem a lot just looking at it like that, but we're going from a high bank drawdown of 68 to just 45. Profit wise, a little bit extra points, but not really much to talk about. But the ROI, return on investment, changes from 10.44 to 15.55. So let me explain exactly how I did it. Okay, so first let us look at the original system, which is this one here. And I've also changed the date range from the 18th of the 2nd, 2022 to the 12th of the 8th, 2022, because that's today and that's when we added the system, or when the system was added to the shared save. So we know that from the 18th of the 2nd, 22, you could have used this system. Whether you did or not is another matter, but you could have. Now, there are a couple of things about this system. One is it's used now for early rank price. It's also using BTE, which is quite a popular way of creating systems. It's using the MSR rank as well. And we've got a price range of 3 to 11. Now, with a bit of testing, you could probably go down to 2.5. So in other words, if you put a bet into the market, you know, when the price was close to 3 and it dropped to 2.9 or 2.8, it's probably not going to affect the system that much. You don't want to go much lower than that, though. No lower than 2.5 if you can help it. But try. The idea is you stick to the 3 to 11. Now you can stick to the top end, because Betfair never, on lays, they never match above what you're asked for, but they can match below what you asked for. So just be a little bit careful with that. Apart from that, that's kind of basically it. So if we go down, we can see the results, which is always handy. And I've already kind of give you a quick glimpse anyway, but basically since the second when it was added into the system, it's done reasonably well. We've had one losing month. We've had 267 points, which, you know, is £2,670 pounds at £10 stakes. We've had average losing run of just 3.63 and a ROI of 10.56, which isn't too bad, but it, you know, we could probably do better. The worst thing is this high bank drawdown of 68 points. Now lays do have this thing where they can be quite they can hurt your bank sometimes, so you have to be a little bit careful with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what changes I made, because I actually added another version of this into the shared saves, and basically what I really did was just played about with BTE a little bit. Now of course I've changed the system, so it sort of really needs retesting. But if we go down to the one that I added, which is SimpleLay's V2M, and update it, you can see that pretty much basically I've just changed from -11 to -2, whereas we were, will that go back there? We were at -30 to -1. So yeah, I've changed it from -11 to -2. So a little bit of a change. Although to be honest with you, although I've allowed this to go down to -30, there aren't any -30s at the moment. It was just in case that it gradually build up to be in accurate. I think they go down to about -15, -16. So you know, it wouldn't make a lot of difference really, and pretty much everything else stayed the same. So I admit I've changed the system, so it needs re-looking at. But what has happened through these changes is we've got a little bit more profit. We've got a bit of better ROI, return on investment, and our highest bank drawdown has gone down to 45.24. Strike rate is pretty much, I think, the same at 82.93. So not that bad. But I think we can do a little bit better, and that's part of what I wanted to show you in this video, is that by looking at race types. Now, race types are a favorite of mine. Whenever I see a system, I'm like, well, what about the race types? Is it better on one race type than the other? And the reason why is all race types are different. AW is kind of a sand that, you know, is different to grass, although, you know, that you can argue they swap over, but generally they are different surfaces. Then you've got chase, which are jumps, but they tend to be more difficult jumps because they often have water features and things like that. Then we've got hurdles, which are more simpler jumps. And then we've got national hunt flats that's got no jumps and are flat races, and there are none in this system anyway, really, so we don't have to worry about those. So first of all, let's have a look and see how the system does on AW. And the great thing about PR ratings, we just have to do that, click update, and wait a few seconds. And I'm really doing this in real time. I'm not speeding up the time it takes, and most people will tell you that because we did have a problem where it was loading really slowly, but I solved it when I realized a bit of my code was a bit crappy, and so we changed it, and now it's a lot faster. Anyway, so 7.42 lost, 19.08 lost, 44 highest bank drawdown, 81 ROI 2.9. Not particularly nice on AW. With 1.44 average points, you may consider leaving that one out. So let's have a look at chase and see if that's any different. So we update and we go to chase. Now, to be honest, you can do this using quick analyze, but it doesn't really give you the same results in the same way. You can't see the graphs and everything else, so it's much better to quickly do it this way. So chase on its own is actually not bad at all. 20.79, 56 points profit. Okay, it's not massive profits, but highest bank drawdown. It wouldn't be bad to follow. We have had one losing month. There's not, because of the, I think partly because of the hot weather, and it's the middle of the flat season, there aren't many jumps and hurdle races. In fact, there haven't been any this month, August, at all yet. So I think they're going to start filtering very soon, but there haven't been any. So you can see that that's probably going to affect profit over the next couple of months. But it is the flat season, so let's see what's happening on the flat season and how that's performed. So on the flats, it's not done too bad. One losing month, average 22.6. Highest bank drawdown, not bad at 30 points, 82% strike rate, 16.84 return on investment. So that's not kind of too bad. And we might as well look at hurdle as well, and just see what that's done. So, sorry, just a bit slower, down to hurdle. So kind of a bit up and down. It's had a couple of losing months. So yeah, you could argue to keep it out. So, but the thing is to do is just kind of see how it affects the overall system, because it has produced points, although it's lost a few. So let's just put those three together now. Sorry, not AW. Let's do flat and see what happens. So 39 low, highest bank drawdown, 83%, nearly 20%. It's been pretty good 1 month. So let's just take out, in fact, what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot of that, and then we can compare it in a second. No, we don't want that one, actually. We want all the stats there as well, don't we? Let's have a bit of the graph as well. So I can just take a screenshot of that, put it to one side over there for a second, and then what we can do is if we just take out hurdles and have a look, get a better idea of the results. So if we do that, so without hurdles, we won't worry about selections and wins and that, because I want to get as much into the screen as I can. we've got, without hurdles, we've got a lower highest bank drawdown, slightly less strike rate, funny enough, less profit obviously, and less ROI. So that's interesting as well. So sometimes just taking out a race type because you see losers isn't always the way to do it. Sometimes just leaving them in just allows the system to pick up winners here and there. And okay, you do get rid of some of the profit. The other thing to mention, though, it depends on how smooth you want things to be, of course, because if we'd done it this way without hurdles, we got 27.39 and we got reasonable amounts of profit apart from February all the way down. If we did it the other way with hurdles, we can see that on this side that actually it's a bit more up and down. So you might argue that you want a kind of smoother ride and just go with chase and flat. And of course, flat will be taken out eventually, so it'll just be chase. And it might be that in the winter months it does better in hurdles. We don't know, but certainly one to have a look at. So they're the changes you can have a look at. As I said, I've changed the BTE, and from now on I'm going to test that. And if we say that was on the 10th of the 8th, which is only a day or so ago, so it's not going to make a lot of difference. Yeah, that's the system so far. It's certainly worth keeping an eye on and see where it goes from here. Okay, thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, would you please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up? That always helps with me making more videos, you know, the normal spiel that comes out. And if you want to follow, just follow, and then as new videos come out, I'll let you know. Okay, thanks for watching, as I said, and I will see you in the next PR Ratings video. Bye-bye.